begin.
Welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I'm joined once again by one of Wise Take's finest DFS analysts, Mr. CashinDFS. You can find him on Twitter at CashinDFS. Cash, my man, how are you doing tonight? Sounds like you did pretty well in golf so far.
Golf was glorious today. That is for sure. I got 4 guys tied for first place right now.
First place.
But baseball is not glorious. This piece of... I needed 1 out, and he would have scored 24. He let Dozier hit a 3-run homer, and he scores 11. 1 out is the difference between about 13 points.
Yeah, man, I was very surprised with the popularity of Garrett Richards. I mean, I figured he was fine, but I was very, very shocked. I couldn't believe how popular he actually was. That was wild.
Me either.
That was crazy.
Somebody must have talked him up today because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
His K numbers are better versus lefties, but that's a lot of lefties.
A lot of lefties, and I thought there were some safer options on the board. Zach Greinke, we had Mikolos, all these guys that I thought were going to be the popular ones really weren't. You know,
he was cheaper.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But he wasn't cheap though. I mean, 8-9 isn't cheap.
Yeah.
I thought Fulton-Davis was way safer, and he was only 600 more, and he was 15% owned.
Yes.
What do I know?
Do me a favor and just remind me never to play Barrios again on the road. Just remind me of that.
I mean, I thought it was a good matchup too, but I just wasn't gonna do it. If he lets the White Sox get to him, I mean, I can't do it against the Angels.
Something looks off there.
It's a great matchup.
Yeah.
Well, all them righties, man, that's a great matchup. But I just couldn't do it. I was gonna sit and watch.
You made the right move to sit and watch because he was terrible. He literally got me a 0. I'm just thankful he didn't give me a negative. But pitching was weird today.
My favorite pitcher got a -7 today.
Oh, was it Ian Kennedy, right? Yeah. Baltimore.
Yeah, he didn't make my main team.
Baltimore.
But he was my favorite pitcher.
Finally got going.
Baltimore sucks.
Yeah.
But they might wake up now, but they suck. I will attack them again today.
Yeah.
I'll attack them every day.
Yeah, I did well with them. They're on that West Coast road trip particularly. It was great. It was just play whoever's against them, didn't matter what price they were, just play them against Baltimore, and things were good.
Yeah, it sucks there at home. I was the first thing I looked at where that game was.
Yes.
It's in Baltimore. It sucks.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that you might end up liking the slate. That 2 of your favorite pitchers are on this slate. Obviously, you know of one of them, Mr. Matt Harvey of the Cincinnati Reds. He's getting the start against the Dodgers, which we will talk about that. The other one, though, that you maybe didn't know about, Steven Matz is on the slate as well, I think.
I seen him. I seen him down there at the bottom of my spreadsheet.
Of course you did.
Way down there at the bottom.
Of course you saw. All right, so it seems like it's going to be a good day for cash. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. First up, we've got Andrew Triggs of the Oakland Athletics. I know several different sources are showing different pitchers. I'm going to go with Andrew Triggs because Fantasy Labs lineup page has been pretty solid for the last few years I've been using it. So I'm just going to list him. Andrew Triggs visiting Sonny Gray of the New York Yankees. Looks like there's no spread here because Oakland was late to announce their actual pitcher. So, what you got, Cash? Sonny Gray revenge?
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I'm not a fan of Sonny Gray at this particular moment. Let me see I don't know what he did his last start. Ohtani hit a home run, of course.
Of course.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! I want to kill Garrett right now. Sonny Gray has not been very good. Sonny Gray is a righty.
He is coming off a good
he was good. He was good against. Yeah. That's why I don't remember if he was good against Cleveland or not.
He was very good.
Yeah, he was. He's been walking a ton of dudes. He only walked 2 in that game. Got 7 Ks. Still gave up 1 home run, but the walks is what I was looking for. Only 2. I like Oakland today against him though. He's got to do it more than 1 game, even though that is against Cleveland. But I mean, he wasn't absolutely terrible against Houston either, but I think I like Oakland a little bit today, and I don't like the Yankees against Cahill. You could definitely go there, but
What if it's
I probably
Triggs?
won't.
Would that change anything?
Oh, that's right. Uh, yes, that would change something.
Well, we can do the
I would like them
we
more.
can do the what if, because if it is Cahill, I'm with you. His ground ball rate's just too high. But if it's Triggs, it's a different story, right?
It is. It is. Yeah, I mean, I like them more, but it's a massive slate, and they're all expensive.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, Triggs' ground ball rate's
yeah,
actually been pretty good too. So,
it is good this year.
interesting.
It's hard contact. I mean, he gets a home run per 9. I mean, I probably won't be going there because it's so expensive, but they would be better against Triggs and Cahill for me.
Yeah, some of these lefties on the A's are interesting against Sonny Gray, just because of the short porch. It's a huge ballpark boost for them. So it is interesting.
Crush Davis is interesting as well.
Yes, yes.
But Jed Lowry should have a leadoff home run tomorrow.
Oh, you know what? I just got a message from one of our members, Todd, who reminded me Cahill's on the DL. That's right. That's why they didn't know who was going to pitch.
Yeah, but I thought he was coming back.
Didn't he just go? Did he even miss a start yet?
Well, I mean, DK has Cahill.
Right. Yeah, I think he was.
Well, I don't. What does FanDuel have? FanDuel probably has Cahill too. But you said Fantasy Labs got Triggs.
He was placed on the DL on May 9th at the 10-day DL. So yeah, it's only been like two days. So he's still going to be on the DL.
The 9th.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean his last start was on the 5th. Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, I don't think KO is going to be playing for sure.
Yeah. So assuming it's Triggs, honestly, kind of similar. I still think the Yankees are okay, but still not huge on it. I think I prefer the A's side.
They're just expensive.
Sonny Gray is very cheap. 6'7". He is very cheap. It's interesting. But,
I wish I would have pitched Erod today.
yeah. My initial reaction was that, like, oh, and then I remembered his fly ball rate and all these other things. I was like, no way. But yeah, he did his thing. Very, very good performance.
I mean, I know he could K him, but I was still a little scared. I was scared to pitch Porcello. I still did on my second team, but
yeah, absolutely. Moving on to the next, we got Jacob Faria of the Tampa Bay Rays visiting Kevin Gausman of the Baltimore Orioles. Total is 8.5. Baltimore minus 125. Home favorite. What you got, Cash?
their favorite, huh?
Yes.
One game against sorry ass. What's his face? I don't forgot his name now.
Kennedy.
Yeah. One game against Kennedy is not going to change my mind. They have a very low ISO this year. Their WOBA is the second worst on the slate behind Miami. Miami is the worst WOBA. Their WOBA is 280 this year against righties. A 141 ISO. I pointed out all this today. Faria is a much better pitcher. So I do like Faria. How much is he? 8.3. Yeah, it's okay. If they're waking up, they could be good. That's for sure. They got a lot of power. So they haven't been showing it. They've been bad. So I like Faria more than Baltimore, and Gascan is decent too. I like the pitchers more than the bats here.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that, man. I think Faria is interesting. Going back to the well against the Orioles, I don't think too many people would play him, especially at that 8.3 price tag, the way he's played this year. And Gausman has really good history against Tampa, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was a bit of a pitcher's duel. I will say that this is a different Tampa team. I don't think that they're necessarily like any better as a team, but they do seem to strike out a little bit less. We'll say that. But Gausman actually has better numbers at home, despite the hitter's ballpark. He actually seems to pitch better at home. So Gausman definitely an option, and Faria too. $100 cheaper. I'm with you. I'm not going to buy in and assume that Baltimore's back just from one game against a fly ball pitcher, Ian Kennedy. I mean, that was like 2 games overdue. They were supposed to do that. So I'm with you. I think I'm on the pitcher side.
I mean, I do hope that Joseph is catching.
Yes.
And you could stack against Gausman, but just why? There's no reason to.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the upside, right? Andrew Suarez, the lefty from the San Francisco Giants, visiting Jamison Taillon of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Total here is 8. Pittsburgh A minus 135. Home favorite. What you got?
Well, if James Taillon didn't suck, in my opinion, I would pitch him because the Giants are terrible. The Giants strike out so much. But I think Taillon sucks. I don't think he has KO side, even against the sorry-ass Giants. And Suarez does not look very good. Suarez does not look very good. I sure wish he was a righty. Yeah. There's just not a lot of righties that I like to target for Pittsburgh. So in this park, I'll probably stay away. But this guy's really bad against righties. Very short sample size, though. Small sample size.
Yeah, this could be a game. Maybe you grab some one-offs. I don't think I'm really interested in the pitching either. I mean, Taillon just terrible. I just can't do that. The guy's just so bad. And Suarez has not looked good. His hard contact right now in a small sample, but he's been getting hit kind of hard from what it looks like. Big ballpark, just don't see a ton of upsides. It's a huge slate, so I'm assuming we're going to find some better spots. So this may be better suited for like one-offs and things like that.
Not hard against lefties, though.
Yes. If what's his name? If Sean Rodriguez plays, he could be an interesting value play. He's a lefty masher playing against Suarez, right?
I'm a big fan of that kid.
Me too. All right, here we go. One of your boys, Steven Matz, the lefty from my New York Mets, visiting Jake Arrieta of the Philadelphia Phillies. Total here is 8. Philadelphia minus 140, home favorite. What you got here? Phillies?
What I got? You damn right. That's what I got. Oh boy is hot. Santana is hot. Finally, I like him better from the left side, but I don't care. I'll take him on the right side the way he's batting right now. Hoskins, if Hoskins doesn't hit a home run, like somebody should go find him and poison him. Matz is terrible. All of them. I'll take any bat on Pittsburgh. I don't care which one it is. Arrieta, I don't know which Arrieta is going to show up. The Arrieta that got some of the nastiest pitches you'll ever see, or the Arrieta that just blows. If the Arrieta that blows shows up, the Mets are okay in this park. I mean, Conforto, I don't even want to say Bruce's name, but I guess I have to. Cabrera would be my favorite. And is Cespedes okay now, or is he going to leave hurt after one at bat?
You never know.
So, yeah. All the Phillies.
Yeah.
Hoskins, if Althair cracks the lineup, he's 3-6. Maybe he won't be so popular.
Yeah.
He's a strikeout machine, though. But if he's in there, he's good. Santana, I love. Franco, all of them. Cesar Hernandez. It doesn't matter. Herrera, all of them.
Yeah, I'm completely cool with the Phillies here against Matt. Small ballpark. Obviously, we know the Phillies have a bunch of these lefty matchers here, like Altair, like Rhys Hoskins, like Michael Franco, Santana. I know we prefer on the other side, but he does seem to be hot. And if there's anything we know about that guy, it's when he's hot, you play him. When he's cold, you fade him. So, yeah, I think it's a fine spot here. As far as Arrieta, don't think I have any interest in pitching him. His swinging strike rate is just terrible, which makes me concerned about his upside. He's not getting hit hard. That's the thing. His hard contact rate is like 17%, and his ground ball rate is like 61%. So he's not getting crushed. He's just not getting strikeouts, and that's a little worrisome. So in a small ballpark, because obviously the more balls put in play, the better chance he'll give up eventually a home run. So I think I like the Phillies' offense here. I could take a couple of these Mets just because of the ballpark small. I think Asdrubal Cabrera actually does have really good BVP against Arrieta, including 2 home runs. But I don't think I want too much from this Mets side the way they've been playing. It just looks really bad. I got to see a little something before I go there on a 14-game slate.
What about if Reyes cracks the lineup? at 3-1.
Ooh, man. Yeah, you want to talk about bad. Oh, gosh. He's been bad. But I will say that for some reason, like last year, it didn't really hold up. But for some reason, during the course of his career, he smashed in Philly. Whenever he played Philly in Philly, he had great. I think the best game he ever had in his life, he had like a 3 home run game. It was in Philly. So for some reason, he does do well. But last year, that wasn't the case. I tried that, and it didn't work out. So I think he's just bad. And it's a shame, man. I love Reyes when they came up to the Mets organization and all that, but I mean the guy is bad. I mean he's really bad. But if he does play, if he bats up top, interesting value for tournament, sure. We're gonna need some value. But if he bats down at the bottom, I just don't see any value there. As bad as he's been. On to the next. We got Chris Sale, the left.
Hold on, I got a question for
what's
you.
Up?
Is he even fast? Like, can he even steal a base anymore?
It's got to be I'm sure he could steal off of John Lester. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is he don't really play anymore. That's the problem. So I don't know. He barely plays, and when he plays, he never gets a hit. He just got his first hit recently, literally, it was bad. So I think he's he's not the fastest in the league anymore, obviously, but I still think I would say he's about a little bit above average. So he's still faster than again, he will swipe it if the opportunity's right. I do.
Okay.
Or if the Mets just get desperate for runs, I could see them sending him. Chris Sale, the lefty from the Boston Red Sox, visiting Aaron Sanchez of the Toronto Blue Jays. CashinDFS is Boston Red Sox, of course. Total here is 8.5. Toronto a +160 home underdog. I think initially they didn't say Sale was going to pitch for sure, so I think that spread was not meant for Sale. I mean, the 160 part sounds okay, but the 8.5 seems high. Maybe it is. I don't know. What do you think, man? Tell me about your boys today.
Well, every time I see Toronto facing Sale, I want to pitch him because he's just been dominant. He dominated them last year, and he never got run support like he pretty much never did last year. I think Sale's a good option. How much? It just depends on how much he is. And he hasn't been the same Chris Sale this year.
He's 12-4 on DraftKings, and he's coming off of a phenomenal Chris Sale-esque game. Against Texas, he had a Chris Sale-esque game. Put up 37 DraftKings points. But he's 12-4 today. So he's actually the third most expensive pitcher. I think Verlander and Scherzer are on the slate, and they're both more expensive.
I mean, I like all 3 matchups for all 3 of these dudes. Max, Verlander, and Sale. I don't know if that game is in Texas or not, but I like all 3 matchups. I would say Max has the highest upside. No doubt about that. If he's in the zone, he's going to destroy Arizona. It is in Arizona, though, so. Damn. I like all 3 of them. But I think you could go to Sale today for sure. I don't think today is no Aaron Sanchez day, but I don't think I want to stack against him either. Moreland would be my favorite Boston bet. Dude is crushing right now. Crushing.
And so is Hanley, man. Hanley's he's been heating up a little bit. Could have been the Yankee Stadium thing, though. But yeah, Moreland's definitely been finally hitting well. Overall, he's been a big disappointment from what I saw in Texas. When he went to the Red Sox, I remember thinking oh, okay, nice little lefty bat they got. And he's kind of been disappointing. But he has been heating up lately, though.
Yeah, not recently.
Not recently, correct. I like Sale here. I'm going to like Sale against the Blue Jays. Shout out to Paulie D. He called Sale in the last, I think it was the last game. Nailed it with the Sale call. Sale had a Sale game. So we know, like you said, he's got dominant history against Toronto going back to last year. I think he had one bad game against them out of 4 or 5. The rest of them were not just good games, they were monster games. So I do like Chris Sale, and I think the Red Sox are okay, like you said. Not going to go crazy over them with Aaron Sanchez. He still has a decent ground ball rate. He's really not, getting slaughtered too much, enough for me to think that they've got the upside. But it's the Red Sox. I mean, come on. I could always take Mookie Betts or JD. Those guys, I could play those guys every day. It doesn't matter, Especially when you think you can get them low owned. Not that it'll be the case here, but just in general. But I think Chris Sale is the main play from this game. I'm with you there. On to the next, we got Brandon McCarthy, the Atlanta Braves, visiting Dan Straley of the Miami Marlins. Total here is 8.5. Miami, a plus 110 home underdog. What you got here?
Miami sucks. No doubt about it. But Brandon McCarthy just isn't what I'm looking for. And Dan Straley, well, I think he's decent. Not today. Atlanta, of course, the three dudes that I stacked the day before just came out today and went ballistic. Freeman was 5 of 5. Don't play Dan Straley. Atlanta Braves offense is so good. I like Markakis, Freeman, Suzuki if he's catching again, Albies, of course, and the kid, however the hell you pronounce his name. Bad park, but I like them. I mean, just look what they did today. They can hit out of any park. And I will not play a single Miami bat except the one I only ever play, and that's Bohr, and he probably doesn't make it today.
Yeah, interested to see how popular Atlanta is, just given the fact that they were really low on today. And some of those guys went out there and crushed, like Freddie Freeman. I think he went like 5 for 5. Ozzie Albies hit another home run. So just curious. I don't think they'll be overly popular. It is a 14-game slate, and we still do have cores. But I don't think they're going to be as low owned as they were today here against Dan Straley, who has been really bad since coming back. Straley has a really, really high flat ball rate so far. We'll see if that continues. Could be protected by this large ballpark, but we know Atlanta does have a ton of power. The usual suspects certainly in play. Nick Markakis has been pretty damn hot. I don't think he was in on that stuff today, but they did play Caleb Smith, who's pretty good. So I'm not going to assume that he's gone cold. So I do like the Braves bats. Not interested in McCarthy. Never really interested in Miami. Just don't think they have enough upside as a team. But I think the Braves is really the only thing I like here.
Do you know what was Dan Straley's injury?
I don't remember.
Do you know that?
But I may, you know what? I may be able to find it. Hold on. I may be able to find that right quick. Oh, never mind. Dan Straley injury.
Doesn't matter because we're not going to pitch him.
No, we're definitely not going to pitch him. Career driven moves. 88 pitches of year start. No, I'm seeing all this stuff about like him coming back. Not seeing anything about what his actual injury was. But either way, he's been just terrible so far. And you know, the other thing is, I think he in his rehab starts like in the minors, he wasn't doing well either. So not really sure exactly why they decided to bring him up and let him get his teeth kicked in the majors until he's ready. But whatever, it's their call. Let them deal with it. Next game, we got Jason Hamill of the Kansas City Royals visiting Trevor Bauer of the Cleveland Indians. Could have a little bit of weather in this game. I'm seeing it's mostly cloudy, but a 33% chance of precipitation. So hopefully we don't get any weather concerns here. Total here is 8.5. Cleveland at minus 240. Home favorite. What do you think?
Well, that kind of sucks because I think Bauer is decent today. The only thing I have here is a Cleveland stack, and that's probably it. And I don't know if I mean, it's okay, but yeah, that's all.
Yeah, not a fan of this game particularly, aside from the Cleveland offense. Bauer's okay, he's just a little expensive. Plus, we have the weather, and it's Kansas City. They're just a headache. And yeah, the Cleveland bats are fine to me against Hamill. I got no problem going after him. So that sounds like a plan to me. I think E5 has like 5 career home runs off him or something like that. For those of you guys that like that kind of thing.
Oh, I love that kind of thing. That's my favorite kind of thing.
I knew you would. Next game, Marco Gonzalez, the lefty from the Seattle Mariners, visiting Matt Boyd, the lefty from the Detroit Tigers. Similar situation to Cleveland. Overcast, temperatures about 53 degrees, 44% chance of precipitation. Let's see. Total here is 9. Detroit, a plus 125 home underdog. What do you think?
What I think is, I sure wish my Seattle bats would have had a grand slam instead of the Seattle bat I didn't have. That's what I think.
Yeah, Seager of all people. That was such a troll job, man. That was such a troll job. Seager of all guys has the grand slam and the double dong day. The lefty.
Yeah, I thought I seen an alert. The second one was a grand slam. I'm like, oh my god, this guy has 2 grand slams. Boyd. Who's going for Seattle?
Marco Gonzalez.
Oh. Like, there's no lefties over there for Detroit that I could attack him with. And I don't know. I don't think I'm very interested in anything, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, it's a lefty, so you could stack Seattle, and obviously both of their lefties are good. Cano and Seager are good against lefties. So you could stack them. It's one of my favorite things to do, but it's more of my favorite thing to do when they're at home, when they're very low owned.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be popular today, though, but I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah, we know, excuse me. We know the ballpark here in Detroit is favorable to right-handed hitters. It's one of the reasons that Detroit has always been so right-handed heavy. Detroit is a team that historically does well against lefties. It's because, again, they load up on right-handed hitters. But Marco Gonzalez is decent, so I don't think I want to pick on him. Detroit's offense has obviously struggled. They're not striking out, but they're not really hitting either. And when they're up against a lefty, the problem is one of their best hitters, in my opinion, is actually the lefty Leonis Martin, whatever. And he, a lot of times, doesn't play against lefties. So that's a little concerning. Marco Gonzalez, his numbers indicate that he's been a little unlucky, and it shows that he's actually pitching kind of well. His K upside is there this year. He's got like a 9-something K per 9. I just don't know if I want to pick on Detroit just for the simple fact that they don't strike out a ton. But he is really cheap at 7K. Well, I guess for him that's kind of expensive, 7K. But yeah, I don't really think I like too much from this game. I could pick on Boyd with Seattle. I got no problems going back to Haniger, Cruz, the usual suspects. I got no problems doing that. But I think I lean towards the Seattle Bats. And Marco Gonzalez, interesting. I just don't like to pick on Detroit with the lefty. They just got too many righties, man. Too many. Cole Hamels, the lefty from the Texas Rangers, visiting JV, Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros.
Oh, hold on. Did I cut out?
Oh, did you cut out for a second? Did you say something?
I guess. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't understand how Gonzalez is giving up more home runs to lefties when his ISO is way lower to lefties.
Yeah, I don't know. 6 innings pitched. He's only given up 1 home run to a lefty, I think.
I see 1.7 home runs per 9 and 68 at-bats.
Interesting.
That was last year in this
year. Okay. You're going back to last year. I'm looking at this year. Yeah. Very small.
Yeah, I think that's odd. Because I was going to say I want to go with a lefty against him, but no. He's worse against righties.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cole Hamels, the lefty from the Texas Rangers, visiting Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros. Total here is 8. Houston a minus 250, home favorites. What are you doing with JV?
Well, I do like Verlander. Texas is a team I love to go against. Let me see. What is... I know their swinging strike rate isn't as high as Baltimore. Baltimore has the highest swinging strike rate on the slate. 11.3. K rate of 26.1. That's this year. Verlander's okay. Verlander's expensive. I would much rather find the $300 for a max, personally. But, yeah. What do I want to do with Houston? Houston has been playing much better. I would probably I like the righties. Springer would be my favorite. And they're expensive, so it sucks. I don't like to stack a team that's expensive like that. I probably won't be coming here.
Yeah, I don't think I want too much. JV is $13K. It's just too expensive for me here against Texas, a team that he doesn't even really have that dominant of a history against. What concerns me about Verlander, his spin rate's impressive. I do think he's pitching out of this world, whether he's cheating or not. It's working. But his fly ball rate is ridiculous. And so one of these days, when he's not getting those swings and misses or his stuff is a little off, he's going to get bombed. Like, it's going to happen. When your fly ball rate is that high, it's like, you know what I mean? I think it's like 60% his fly ball rate. Something like that. You know what I mean?
This year?
Yeah, this year particularly.
Yeah, 60 and a half.
That's kind of wild. I mean, don't get me wrong. Max Scherzer's is 50.5, so that seems to be a common theme amongst, these swinging strike guys. But at the same time with Scherzer, that's kind of his MO too, is when he's a little prone to giving up home runs. But
so much medium contact. Right. He limits the hard.
Right, absolutely. But point is, I don't think I want to pay $13K for Verlander. I just don't think like you said, I'd rather just find a 300 and go to Max. I think it's Max this year. I really do. And as far as Houston, I don't think I really want to pick on Cole Hamels. They haven't really done well against him. I think they've had one good game against him in the last 2 years. But even in two matchups this year, Cole Hamels did okay. Granted, I will acknowledge the fact that Houston was kind of cold during that span. If you remember, they started off the season, they were all kind of slumping with their bats. But honestly, even lately, they had that one big game out in Oakland, I think it was, and since that was basically it. But they haven't really been so explosive this year, so I don't know if I'm really into the Houston bats here. I think that I don't think there's anything from this game I want. Maybe if you want to take a super contrarian one-off of a Mazzara or a Chu, I don't mind it. Mazzara has actually been really high lately. But I'm not really interested in too much. I will say, Chirinos has good BVP against Verlander, so we'll find out. We'll find out if he's really doing something different. You know what I'm saying?
I love Chirinos, but I would think if JD Davis makes the lineup today at 2-1 on FanDuel, I wouldn't mind that on a. I mean, it's first base, so that sucks. Right. But you got the
utility.
Yeah, he's only 2-1. If he cracks the lineup, that's a good play with his ISO. I'd say that's a good play.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, we got Coors, Brandon Woodruff of Cams. Milwaukee Brewers visiting Chad Bettis of the Colorado Rockies. No spread here because Milwaukee was late to announce a starter. What do you think?
I think it's Coors. I think that you could play any bat here, and I think that I will stay away like I do every day. That's what I think.
Boom. Dropping some knowledge for you right there. Wow.
Woodruff, what is his... See, he's a ground ball dude.
Yeah.
He does get hit hard as a MFer, though.
He is a bullpen guy, though. He started once this year, but he's been coming out of the bullpen.
What did he do his last outing?
He hasn't started in a while.
Let me see.
Whatever game he started in, it must have been against the Cubs. He pitched 3 2/3.
4:30.
So it must have been that.
On the 30th, he threw he threw 95 pitches. Yeah, against the Cubs on 4-6. On the 30th, he threw 16 pitches.
3 innings and 2/3 is all he went in those nights.
So we get a bullpen game in Coors.
Yes, we do.
I'll stay away. I always stay away. I just find a reason to stay away most of the time. Who's on the other side here?
Chad Bettis.
Bettis. Bettis. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, I could probably take some Brewers against this guy. I think he's actually been someone who has been really, really lucky. He's got a BABIP of 224, left on base percentage of 89. His ERA is 2.05, but his xFIP is 4.54. He's got no K upside, 5.5K per 9. Again, no problems attacking him. I know his ground ball rate is typically on the high side, but it's not all that high right now. Not for him, not for where he normally is. And his soft contact rate is like 17%. So I could get me some of these Brewers. I do think they'll be a little more popular than they were today because of what they did. But I can get me some of these Brew Crews.
They went off?
They didn't go off, but like the prime guys, like Kane hit a home run. Travis Shaw had a decent game. So that's like, it's not that they didn't go off, but I think they put up like 7 runs or 5. No, 5 runs, I think. It was 5 runs.
Yeah, I looked into it more because it's just a immediate fade for me just about. But I looked into it. Marquez, he's really bad at home. Like that's going to continue. Like I don't see that ending. Stack against Marquez every time he's in course.
Yes. And he's also worse against righties, interestingly enough.
Oh yeah, massive contact to righties. I put it on my update. I played the righties in Shaw.
Yeah, Brewers scored 5 runs. That's what it was.
But Bettis is just like I just don't know if I want to stack against him.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do.
They're cheap. Like, are they cheap again? There's some dudes are just too cheap. I hate when they do that.
Like Bettis is another one who had
Aguilar is 3.9. Pena is 3,000 again.
Interestingly enough, in 2017, Bettis was a lot better against lefties, like significantly better against lefties. It seems to be a trend. He's another reverse splits guy. I'm looking at his 2016 stats as well. Seems to be very reverse splitsy. So this could be a situation where we want to stick with the righties once again here.
That's a very, very low K percentage against righties for sure.
Yeah. It's everything. His WOBA was higher to righties. I went back a couple of years. It was consistent the last 2 years, and the trend is already showing this year. So yeah, I think obviously it's a bullpen game. It's cores. You guys know what to do. You can play the Rockies. It's fine. I think the Brewers are very interesting against Bettis as well. It's cores though. You're going to see some inflated ownership.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Fade it. That's
Cash's thing. Fade the chalk. F the chalk. If you noticed, the picture I made for Cash has a little piece of chalk that's broken. Did that for you. Next up, we got Mad Max Scherzer of the Washington Nationals visiting Matt Koch, or Koch. I've heard his name pronounced several different ways.
Koch.
Yeah. I've heard it pronounced Koch, I've heard it pronounced Koch, and I've heard it pronounced Koch. Either way, I'm sure he's a sucker of some sort. He pitches for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Total here is 7.5. Arizona plus 170. Home underdog. Not showing Scherzer enough respect.
Wow, what is it?
He is on, so Verlander's minus 250, right? And Scherzer is actually only minus 190. I don't know.
What? Against this baggage? This guy sucks.
Yeah. No respect. No respect.
Play Max, and then on another team, stack Washington. Because you're not going to be able to play Max and stack Washington unless you do some really, 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 really something crazy, like play a reliever or something. This guy sucks. It's pretty plain and simple. Matt Koch sucks. Stack against him. Adams is hammering baseballs. Harper, yeah, I don't care who the pitcher is. I could play him. Play you some Nationals. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. I like the Nats side completely. I like Mad Max Scherzer. Cash games, I will be going there. I made a mistake of not pitching him the last time he was there against Philly. I tried to get cute, take a guy that was cheaper, save a little money, and I paid dearly. I will not do that again. I will be playing Mad Max Scherzer against the D-backs. And like you said, man, it's going to be very, very tough to stack his teammates with him. But if you're not going to play Scherzer in a tournament lineup, yeah, get yourself some Nats stacks against the Koch man. Mr. Koch, whatever. The sucker.
I mean, Adams at 5K. Like, that should just be low owned. I don't care what he's doing. Yeah. Like, he's 5K.
Yeah, very expensive. Agreed. Lance Lynn of the Minnesota Twins visiting Tyler Skaggs, the lefty from the Los Angeles Angels. Total here is 8.5. And the Angels are minus 170 at home.
I'll wait till you start talking to look at my teams. Who It's Skaggs versus Lynn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Brian Dozier. Why couldn't you just get out, dude? Just get out instead of hit a home run. I like the Angels here today. Lance Lynn is just not good in my opinion. I'm not sure when Ohtani pitches. Hopefully it's not Saturday because I hope he's in the lineup because I love him here. I could get on Valbuena, Trout every day. Trout's super expensive though. I like Ohtani over Trout. Justin Upton is hot. He hit home run today. He's hitting home runs. He's one of my guys I like to play when he's hot. So yeah, I like the Angels today. And on the other side, probably not. Let me see. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the Angels, on this first game out of course, looked pretty damn good to me. Against Jose Barrios second. He sucks so bad. Could go back there. They seem to be hitting the ball well. I'm fine with it. We know Justin Upton was kind of heating up already. We saw that Kinsler and Cozart seem to be exchanging. One guy has a good game one day, one guy has a good game the next. Ohtani still lighting it up. We'll see if he gets to play. Not sure when his next start is. And Skaggs is interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. 8.6 is kind of weird for me to pay for him. I just don't normally like paying that kind of price for him. But he is interesting. He's got a big favorite. Twins projected for 3.7 runs by Vegas. That's something to consider. But I also think that on a couple of one-offs could be okay from the Twins. They're obviously swinging the bat pretty well. Brian Dozier seems to be snapping out of his slump. Eduardo Escobar, last we saw, was pretty hot. So either way, I think I prefer the Twins against the righty, to be honest.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah, always and forever.
Skaggs is okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's decent, but I don't.
It's just the price.
8.6.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. I think he's a decent pitcher too. It's just the price. The matchup's okay, the price. But because Richards was so popular today, maybe people don't. Some people might back off of that. So it's interesting in tournaments. Next game, we've got Luke Weaver of the St. Louis Cardinals visiting Eric Lauer, the lefty from the San Diego Padres. Total here is 8. San Diego plus 135 at home. What are you doing with Weaver? Got to be popular, right?
I was just about to say, if Weaver is chalk, it's just a no for me. He's cheap though. That's the problem.
That's why
he's got to be chalk.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I like Mikolas more for me. I like Mikolas more. And I didn't want to pitch him today because he was expensive. He was way more expensive, but he was chalk as well. Weaver he's okay. He's not a bad pitcher in my opinion. I think that he can have K upside. He's not been very good this year. But I don't know, man. I don't like pitching guys just chalk. Especially when I love to root for the Padres. I always hope the Padres crush everybody's hearts because everybody loves to stack against them. And I love to stack them. Yeah. I don't like much here. Weaver is probably the best play in this game.
Yeah, man. It's a shame with Weaver. Last year we would play the Padres and put like a 36 up on DraftKings. He was only like 6'9" that day. Just 7 innings, 10 strikeouts was awesome. But this year something seems to be wrong with him. We watched he was pitching super well against the Mets a few starts ago, and then all of a sudden just fell apart in that last inning. Just couldn't throw a strike, walking everybody. Finally gave up a grand slam to Cespedes, and his score just took a complete dump. That was the last time he was chalk. And since then, he just hasn't gotten it right. Now, he did play the Cubs. The Cubs kind of own him. He's always struggled against the Cubs, so I don't want to judge him. But, even after that, it just kind of continued. He just kept having bad games. And, I don't really understand it. I can't help it. But the only thing I can think of is got to be something wrong with him. So he faced the Cubs twice, did terrible. He faced Pittsburgh, gave up 4 earned runs against Pittsburgh. He did get 6 strikeouts, but I don't know, man. Like that, if we thought he was going to be low owned, I would definitely take a shot. But Weaver as chalk is scary, very, very scary with the way that he's looked, because you can just see it going wrong in your head already. You just think about it, and I think about that Mets game because I watched that game and thinking like that could get really, really ugly. If he goes on that path.
How much is this? If I didn't respect the Cardinals lineup so much, I would want to pitch this kid.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. He's like the second guy after Lucchesi as far as the prospects go. He's coming off a real good game against the Dodgers. I mean, that's the Dodgers, though.
Yeah, no, but the Dodgers blow. Yeah. Like, the Dodgers are the worst.
Especially against lefties, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's interesting, but I just respect that lineup so much, especially against lefties or all them righties. Yeah. But, I mean, they are missing Molina. Right. I mean, Pham came back today.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I don't know. I mean, his price is cheap.
I mean, at 5.2, even if he gives up a few home runs, like, what are you looking for? It's like if you were trying to stack the Yankees or stack Boston or Houston or Coors, yeah, I think it works. You take a decent pitcher, like if you were going to take a Max, like if you want to, for instance, the Nationals, right? You want to stack the Nationals? Take Scherzer with Lauer. You can stack all the Nationals you want. If he was any more expensive than 5.2, I wouldn't even consider it. But at 5.2, I could at least consider it. At the very least, I can consider it. Don't know if I'll actually pull the trigger, but I can consider it. Yeah.
McCarthy should be chalk at 5.6 against Miami.
Yeah, that's not happening. I would much rather pitch Eric Lauer or whatever.
Don't you think so though?
Very well.
Against Miami at 5.6?
He could be. I hope so. I think more people will come to Weaver, but I hope. I hope that the chalk build tomorrow is like Verlander or Scherzer with Brandon McCarthy. That would be phenomenal if that was the case. That would be great. But I think it's going to be one of those guys with Weaver. That's what I think is going to be. We'll see, though. But if I can get Weaver low owned, I'll take that chance. Either way, I think Lauer's a great pivot off of McCarthy regardless.
Because there's not a lot of other cheap options for DK to get in one of those dudes. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Somebody do that, please. Even against the Dodgers, I think I could go out and pitch against the Dodgers.
I hear you, though. They've been bad. Speaking of which, last game of the night, Matt Harvey, the Dark Knight of the Cincinnati Reds, making his Cincinnati Reds debut, visiting Kenta Maeda of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are minus 230 at home. Total is 8. You going after Harvey? Or like who's worse right now? Harvey or the Dodgers?
I don't know, man. I just want to shoot myself. Like, I didn't stack the Dodgers on my main team. I did play Puig at 3-1 because I thought he's a great play at 3-1. But I did stack them on my second team. Like, I had Grandal, Bellinger, and Jock. They're just so bad. Like, they had a great matchup today. Like, this dude that they played today just gets hammered by lefties. And they still just did absolutely nothing. You want to know what? Matt Harvey gets hammered by lefties. Are they going to do anything today? Probably not. Or if I play 0 of them, they probably do. I don't know what the hell. You heard my reaction when I saw Matt Harvey on the slate. I was fucking hallelujah. They put Matt Harvey in the starting rotation. But then I seen it's the Dodgers, and I just want I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. The Dodgers suck. Point blank period. The Dodgers suck. Matt Harvey sucks worse. What's going to happen today? I have no freaking clue.
Man, I did read that they're going to have him on some kind of pitch count. So that kind of sucks as far as like the upside against him. That's a little worrisome. So I think that
the bullpen is garbage.
It is, but it's not Matt Harvey though. It's not Matt Harvey. No, but I think the Dodgers. I'm willing to take a shot, man. Don't get me wrong. I can see like Harvey getting a little protected by this ballpark. The combination of the Dodgers sucking right now, and the combination of the ballpark. I can see him kind of escaping. But, I mean, the guy's got to be giving up at least one home run. I mean, at least. Like, it's got to happen. I don't know what that pitch count is. We'll have to see. Take a look. He's obviously going to be, like, extra motivated. Like, this is going to be a situation where I think for the first time in his career, he's going to be pitching with zero pressure. Like, you're going from New York to now the Cincinnati Reds. You are officially, like, you might not even be the worst guy on that pitching staff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe he's the worst starter. But they sent down Brandon
I don't know,
man.
man. He's got competition.
He's got competition. He does. No, he does.
This pitching staff is bad.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, you know, no pressure on him, right? Like, if he sucks, it's like, well, you're not any worse than the other guys. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm thinking long and hard about pitching him at this price. I'll need to know what this pitch count is. Like, why are we putting dude on the pitch count? Like, what's going on?
No, it wasn't hurt.
Like
his feelings might be hurt, but that's about it. It says, what did I read that to? Harvey will be on a strict pitch count when he takes the mound Friday for his Reds debut. They don't say what it is, but they say it's a strict one.
Well, if it's strict, it ain't going to be much.
Right, 50 pitches? What you think? Well, 50, 60? Something like that?
I wouldn't say over 60.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get that, though. Like, why? If the dude's out there pitching the gym, you want to take him out to get to your wonderful bullpen like you did the other day for me, you stupid assholes? Castillo's out here just dealing, and they took him out of the game for this sorry bullpen? Unbelievable, man. This manager is a joke, man. Get this guy out of here. You are never going to win games with this guy managing your team, I promise. What a joke. You have your best pitcher on your staff by a country mile. A country mile out here dealing against the Mets. And we pulled him for this sorry-ass bullpen.
And we gave him a home run right away, right?
He was at 80. He was at 81 pitches, bro. I was so heated, man. Oh, my God. I was so pissed. I mean, he was on my lineup, but it doesn't even matter. Even if he wasn't on my lineup, I would have been pissed. That was unbelievably stupid. Yeah. I sure wish this guy could hear me. You are an idiot, dude.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's been a while since I had one of those cash and rants. That was good. That was good.
It was unbelievable, man. Dude is at 81 pitches. Yeah. Just.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right, that's going to do it for the game-by-game breakdown. At this time, I'm going to remind everybody, if you haven't already, checked us out at wisetape.com. I don't know what you are waiting for. We got everything you need to help make you a better fantasy player. We do some strategy sessions at least 2 to 3 days a week. We try to do some strategy sessions during the week, some live streams for our premium members. We got the awesome chat going 24/7 for you to hop in there, chop it up with other Wise Take Nation members, break it down to slate. You got to see some of the stuff they come up with. It's just, everybody's doing such great work. They've learned so much. We got articles for you, cash games, GPPs. We got cheat sheets. We got a Wise stream. If you like these podcasts, we do something like this an hour and a half before lock every day, 7 days a week on main slates, where we actually break things down after we've done our research. Obviously, this podcast is just the first look to kind of get us going. Tomorrow, Cash will be joining me on the Wise stream, of course, for the MLB. It's Friday, so it's Cash and DFS on the Wise stream day. So again, guys, really don't know what you're waiting for. Come hop on. Join the nation. $2.50 gets you in for MLB access. 1 full day of MLB access. $2.50. Come see what we're all about. All right, Cash, time to do some top threes, man. Top 3 pitchers, top 3 stacks, some dog watch action, and then we'll take it home. So top 3 pitchers so far. What do you think? First look.
Let me look at one thing real quick.
No problemo.
Yeah. Oh, man. I got to definitely look into this deeper. I will say Scherzer. I mean, it's tough to pay for him, but I hope he's low owned. So, like, because people want to get in cores, that'd be great. I would say him. I don't want to say a second expensive guy. Faria for sure. And I'm going to say Aaron freaking Sanchez.
Boom. Ballsy. Dropping the hammer on him.
I'm going to look more into that.
You know, we talked about Triggs, and we might have to redo that game real quick, man. Because it just updated, and now I'm seeing Kendall Graveman.
Yeah, that's what I saw to begin with. Like, that's who Fangraphs had.
Yeah. Kendall Graveman against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium.
They're always wrong, though.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah. Initially, they had Triggs, and now it literally switched, and it's showing me Graveman.
Well, if Kendall Graveman is the pitcher, I would say the Yankees are going to be chalk.
Yeah, I would think so. It definitely raises the ownership. Obviously, they are in a much better spot.
Dude's ERA is almost 9. He's 28 innings. He's given up over 2 home runs per 9. Mm-hmm. And his hard contact is only 29%, though. Like, how is that?
I don't know.
Where are you pitching? Like,
he pitches in Oakland. I don't know.
He's pitching on Mount Everest. I mean,
yeah, he is, man.
What the hell? His medium contact's 52. His hard contact's 29.
That medium contact, hit it out, I guess, against him.
In Oakland? I mean, where is he pitching?
I don't know. There are a lot of road starts. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's weird. That's weird.
Yes. Anyways, back to the top threes. I'm gonna go with Max Scherzer. I will be playing in cash. In tournaments, I might take a chance on Chris Sale. And then for the second pitcher, I think I would go. I'm gonna go with Weaver. I think if he's not gonna be chalk, I'll go with him. If he's gonna be chalk, that's gonna be a big mistake. And then I'm gonna go with Eric Lauer against Cincinnati, just because he's 5'2", and I'd rather play him than Matt Harvey.
Did you see what Aaron Sanchez did against Boston his last game?
No, I didn't.
He struck out 8 of them.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't actually see it, but I do remember him. He was very, very impressive. Only gave up 2 earned runs.
He hasn't been impressive his last 2 starts,
right.
though. That's
right.
Sure.
But I do know that Boston was that was impressive. I mean, it's Boston, so you pull that off. That's got to give you props there. Got to acknowledge that. So yeah, I'm with you. 5'8", definitely in play. Top 3 stacks, Cash. What you got?
Don't even know.
I know, right?
Washington. Who else?
Think Liberty Bell.
I mean, I would love to say the Dodgers, but I just don't know if I could say that. I will say Oakland in a very good ballpark for them. And then I will say the Los Angeles Angels are, let me correct that, the Anaheim Angels, being that they play in Anaheim.
I'm with it. I'll go with Milwaukee. I will go with Seattle, and I will go with Atlanta. Go with those guys. All right. Dong Watch, cash infielder, outfielder, utility. Who do you got? First pick.
Adams.
I like that call. I'll go as Drupal Cabrera from the Mets.
Bryce Harper.
Well, hot damn. Nelson Cruz against Matt Boy. I'm going to have to hit some boppers now. Shit.
And now, who do I want to take? I mean, this guy's killing me. Jed Lowry. I was gonna say Matt Olson, but damn that he's
been really bad
Jed
this
Lowry.
year. He's been really, really bad this year. I'll go with I'll stick on the same team. I'm not gonna go to Olson. I'll go with Matt Joyce because I'm hoping he does because I'm already seeing that he's only gonna be 3K. So I'm hoping that he does the deal.
Yeah, he's been cheap.
He has been.
He's also been bad.
Him and Olsen both very disappointing. The rest of the A's been doing well. Those two guys, I'm super disappointed with.
I don't know. I still have no idea why they're leading off Joyce.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
That either. I guess they just have nobody else. Yeah, I guess
it's not as bad as Chris Davis though.
Yes, that's true. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up, that like button, subscribe to the channel, get notified whenever we put out one of these cool ass free videos. If you are watching on Facebook, please like and share to support the Wise Take Nation. If you're watching on Twitch, give us a follow. If you're watching on Twitter, please retweet, like the video, and of course follow us at Wise_Take. And if you're listening on Podbean or iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. Help bump us up those charts. All these things that we ask you to do on a nightly basis because it really helps us out. It means a lot to us. So in order for us to keep on doing what we do and bring you this hotness of DFS, this DFS gold. All we're asking is a little bit of support in return. So, give us the likes, give us the retweets, whatever it is, spread the word. The nation's here to take over. Do your thing. Cash, anything in closing?
Yeah, I got something. I got a little thing here. Cervelli's going to hit a home run today at home at 0.2% ownership.
All right. There you go. Little nugget right there. A little nugget on closing right there from CashinDFS. So,
hey, it's Cervelli. So
it is Cervelli.
Don't be mad at me.
Don't be mad, though, if he doesn't do it, though. It's like Patio Joe says it the best. Patio Joe he was talking to us once, and he was like, such and such is going to hit a home run. And we're like, oh, yeah? And he's like, oh, yeah. And if he doesn't, it's just variance.
That's right. If Cervelli doesn't hit a home run today at home, that's exactly what
variance,
it is.
That's all. I mean, it's just variance. So, but CashinDFS for myself, the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.
Yeah.